Hello.
Hello, stunning, gorgeous.
I'm not late at all, bitch.
You look incredible.
Thank you.
Hello,
You too, babe.
darling. Oh. Well, everybody, let's say hello to the iconic Barbie Breakout. You are not only a drag queen, you're an outstanding makeup artist. You do your own hair too.
Yes.
You are a writer, you're an activist, and I have to mention this, you are one of the best cooks I mean, having you in the kitchen is like, it's eating like, I don't know.
Love. It's eating like love.
It's eating love, definitely.
Yes.
Oh, hello, darling. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so
Hey,
much
babe.
for getting in drag. I know you're very busy.
Well, not today.
Not today, not today. So let's dive into it. So traditionally we start by telling everyone the tale that we got to know each other.
Okay. Do you want to do this or should I do that?
No. You go.
Well, I did a little video in 2013.
Yeah.
The situation in Russia had gotten increasingly worse for LGBT people. There was a group called Occupy Pedophilia, and they were attacking queer people, luring them into situations where they were kind of taken hostage, tortured on camera. They filmed it and they put it online. And that's been going on for a couple of weeks, and there was a bunch of those videos, and I was sitting at home watching those and just freaking the fuck out. And I felt so helpless and so angry and so sad. And then I did this video where I took a needle and sewed my lips up. I actually sewed my mouth shut as a form of protest and posted it online, and it went viral. And I got a ton of messages. I got a ton of death threats. Lovely. A ton of positive messages, of course. And one of those was from you. And I remember that I already knew who you were. I had seen you in this reality TV show in Africa. Oh, yeah. And I was super impressed with how you handled the situation. I mean, it was shitty reality TV, but you were amazing. You were so straight and so, there was so much integrity with how you handled yourself. And I remember being super impressed. And then I opened up my mailbox after I did the video, and there was a super lovely message from you reaching out to me. Yeah. And I was just floored. I was like, oh my God, she knows who I am.
No, because I specifically remember what I wrote to you because I think it was so impressive. And I thought, I'm just standing there and, speaking my mind and whatever, but you actually doing something that was so big and so impactful and, and shocking, of course.
Yeah, well, hi.
I mean, I'm not, now I know, now, I'm not surprised now that she did that, but back then we didn't know each other, so I was like, what is she doing? Right. But yeah, you got your message across and everybody was talking about it, and that definitely made a huge impact. So, yes, and then we met, and for the first time, then we met in Vienna.
We met in Vienna. I had a gig in Vienna, and we had talked about meeting up, and you took me to a tiny little bistro, and we ordered a bottle of wine, and it was really cute. And then the guy at the next table started taking pictures of you, and I was super uncomfortable. I was like, shit, should I tell her? Because I didn't know if you would see it, and I was like, ooh. And then, again, you were a fucking class act. You just turned around, and you was like, sir, could you stop taking pictures of me and my friend, please? I'm here privately. He's like, oh, would it be okay if I asked first? And he was like, yeah, I would appreciate that, but the answer would still be no.
Well, we keep it real. We keep it real. Yeah, and then we met again in Vienna with Melly Magic.
Yeah.
We talked about that today. Because I thought, okay, here's the story. I thought, okay, now I'm gonna meet Barbie and the iconic Melly Magic as well. And I thought, why not bring a little gift? And yes, it was
the re-gifting incident. I remember it well.
But even though I thought, because Barbie's a DJ, she might love the latest Snoop Dogg thingy, you know, and put that in, whatever. You know, it came from a place of love. But,
yeah.
I mean, we kicked it off right away. It was just really nothing like, you know, like getting to know each other. It was like that.
Yeah.
This is how we roll, and this is how I got to know you. And I mean, we had so many special moments. I do remember that the whole night we spent on your balcony talking about.
You were actually my first guest in my new apartment. You were my first guest in this new place. Oh. And yeah, I think you did a gig somewhere already. I think it was Gay Pride, and you came from a gig. And I was supposed to go out. I was half in drag, and then I just decided, fuck it, I'm going to stay home with this bitch. And we sat on the balcony drinking wine until, I don't know, 7 in.the morning, keeping the neighbors awake.
Yeah.
That was magical.
It was so magical. And to this day, I told you that before, but to this day, you're really my number one go-to when I'm unsure, I'm certain about several things, community-wise, or, you know, like just being aware. And when I'm not quite sure about that, because I think you're so smart and so clever, and I just really enjoy learning from you. And you know,
I learn from you every time I see you. Honestly, like every time you say something in public or you say something to me privately, there's always a little moment where I'm like, huh, I wish I had said that.
Well, I mean, that feeling is mutual because you know, you've seen the world, darling.
Yeah.
So yeah,
she's been around the block a couple times. She has some dents and some rough edges, but she's still cute.
Yeah,
with this light.
Well, you have always been very outspoken, and with being so open with your life, you helped so many people. So not just, I mean, that being the YouTube video you did by sewing your lips, and also by you coming out as HIV positive, and you know, these are.
I never really came out as HIV positive. I mean, when I got it, I was kind of like, okay, so I'm going to take a minute to process. But as soon as I had processed it, I was very open and vocal about it.
Yeah.
It was never like, today I'm going to tell the world that I'm positive. It was just a natural thing. You know how I am. I mean, if there's anything going on, I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah, definitely. And this is what I love about you. But then, so we back probably just for a specific reason, back to the story when we met the second time in Vienna. That was your last drag gig for a while. Because you took a break. What was that all about?
There were several reasons. It was, I think, December 2015. I had been DJing for over 10 years in drag. And to be honest, I had gotten tired of the music. I didn't like the music anymore, and I was tired of playing the same shit over and over. But there was also so many horrible things happening in my private life that they were taking all of my energy. And I felt going out there and putting on a show for people, pretending to be happy, pretending to be enjoying myself was lying, basically. And I needed my energy for myself. I was in a huge depression. I started putting on weight because I ate way too much. I ate my feelings, basically. And I felt that I couldn't do drag anymore because I didn't fit my corset anymore. It's ridiculous now that I talk about it. I'm like, you know, just get other clothes. But back then I was like, oh my God, if I don't fit this corset anymore, I don't fit the image of Barbie anymore. So I have to leave it behind. And I did for a while, and I took some time off to heal, which was great. I went, got a good psychoanalyst, which I'm still working with, got out of my depression, got my shit sorted. But there was a moment when my friend Tim Kruger, who you also know very well, he was at my house, and I told him about the corset story, and he looked at me and he was just, girl, get a bigger corset. And I was, oh. And for some reason, I hadn't seen that. Can you imagine? For some reason, I was like, that's an option. I could just get a bigger corset and keep doing drag. And then I did. And yeah, now she's back, and now she's happy, curvy and happy.
Yeah, and you are busy, mama. I mean, there are some projects we are not allowed to talk about.
No.
I love. But then, you did a TV show called Shopping Queen. I can't wait. When is that going to be released?
Well, it was supposed to air last Sunday, but they changed the date because of the Corona crisis. I think there's a panic going on in the entertainment industry that people are getting kind of like switch happy. They switch channels really quickly right now because everybody's over TV. Everybody's watched everything on Netflix already. And if a show doesn't get you right away, I think they were afraid of that it just evaporated. And so they postponed it. I don't have the date yet, but it's going to be coming and it's going to be really cute. It's really cute. I love the show. Yeah,
because I think that it is, to me, you also deliver something so different to what people would expect or expected maybe 2 years ago, a drag queen to be on TV.
Right.
Because I also think that you are really, you're not like, I mean, you're a very bubbly person and you can be very light and but you can be like deep too and
I can be heavy, bitch. Let's be honest. I can be heavy. Yeah.
But I think
no, but I feel like that's a strong, like that's a strength. That is something that I try to hide. Like for a long time, I thought every drag queen has to be funny and entertaining, and I can be that at times. But my humor comes from a different place. Usually, it comes from a place of like observation and truth, and not everybody likes that. Yeah, but I think now with how the TV landscape has changed, there's a place for us as drag queens, as queer people, to share our stories and share our authenticity. And, you know, yeah, I think it doesn't all have to be glitz and glamour all the time and happiness and, you know, show. It can be a little bit more deep, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. So since we are talking now, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Since we are now already talking about drag queens on TV, there was this huge thing about Queen of Drags before it even aired. And I know I called you to what your point of view is. And I was just so happy seeing you at the premiere as well, and Gloria by supporting it. Now again, are you happy with how the show turned out, and what are your thoughts on it?
I think I would have edited differently. I think overall, it's amazing that they did it. It's amazing that it happened. And I love watching it. I think for the second season, they should focus more on showing the art form of drag on stage when it happens, because I felt a lot of the times it was like, there was a lot of backstories leading up to the moment on stage. And then the moment on stage was like, snip, and you had, I don't know, 20 seconds. And I felt that was not doing the performance justice. So I hope this time around they're going to focus more on that, but that's an editing thing.
So yeah, we talked about the show, and you know, you as a professional makeup artist, I mean, that's such a big thing for doing drag. How did you enter the world of makeup?
Say that again. How did I enter the world of makeup?
Yes.
Oh, well, I mean, for me, it was, I started doing drag. I started dressing as a woman when I was a kid. I started when I was like 4, I want to say, because I felt like a girl. I didn't feel like a little boy. And, you know, I was raised in kind of like a binary system where it was either boy or girl. There was nothing in between. So I was like, okay, if I have to choose, I'm going to be a girl. And so when I grew up, the older I got, the more I was interested in things that could help me achieve a more feminine look. So, you know, I was always interested in hair and makeup. I loved dressing people up. I loved dressing myself up. But we didn't have YouTube back in the day. You know, we didn't have tutorials. We didn't have any of that. There was, you could buy Kevin Aucoin books to teach you how to contour and teach you how to do makeup. But it was, you know, that was hard to actually get access to how to feminize your own face and how to apply makeup, because I didn't have a drag family growing up. I didn't have somebody to teach me. So I kind of, after I finished my school and graduated, I was just bouncing around between ideas. I couldn't really settle for one. I couldn't really decide, okay, I'm going to do literature. I'm going to go study at the university. I'm going to do film. So eventually my mom was like, why don't you just do what you've always done? Hey, technology.
Hi, technology.
Hello. Welcome back, stranger.
Why do I deserve that? What did I do wrong?
I don't know.
Okay.
Up a little higher. Hi.
Hi, gorgeous. I'm so sorry. But, you know.
Shit happens, bitch.
Well, where were we? You were telling everyone that you,
Oh, we were talking about the makeup school.
Exactly. Look, you know. I'm getting this fixed, I promise. Oh, this is okay now. Okay. Okay. Yes, we were talking about the makeup and how you think that this is, well, we didn't say it yet, but you think that makeup is very impactful, and I'm totally with you.
Yeah.
When it comes.
For me, the thing is, a lot of people, when they talk about my job, they always think that, oh, because you do makeup, it's kind of a superficial job. And I couldn't disagree more, because when you see what can happen if you have somebody in your chair, somebody who feels insecure, who maybe hasn't felt pretty in a long time, and you can help them get there, and you can help them, give them a little bit more confidence, that's actually therapeutic. It's not something you just wipe away. It's something that stays with them. And if you can teach them to do that at home, to, you know, how do I apply what looks good on me, that's actually something that really has a deep impact on people. It's not just, you know, something on the surface.
Yeah, I did it with some of my friends too, and because I wanted them to experience this whole different side that everybody got, you know, I mean, we're so much more than probably we know. And,
yeah.
And by doing drag, I mean, that's one thing you can do to expand your personality. But I think that it is really magical, and it is.
It is, girl. I think really there's magic in drag. I think I mean, historically, you know, people of the third gender have been, in native cultures, have been connected closer to something spiritual. We're kind of like considered to be the gatekeepers. There's the berdash in Native American culture. There's, you know, in every older culture, there's something trans-ish that is supposed to be connected to something godly and something spiritual. And I totally believe that.
Yeah, and I think what it is, I think that it basically we're connected to ourselves probably more than other people are, and I think that just gives, at least it gives me so much confidence, and yeah, I just know myself so well, and I think that, I mean, this journey will never end, but
right.
By knowing who you are, that's such a huge asset. Oh, I'm sorry, my door is ringing. I don't know.
Okay. It never ends here, does it?
It does not end. I'm sorry. I got something delivered at home.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
This is the most action in a live chat I've ever had so far.
Well, I've never done a live chat before, like a live stream. So I'm like, hey.
Yes.
What's good?
It'll get better, I promise. So yeah, that this is something, yeah, that I truly believe in. That just knowing yourself just gives you so much awareness also towards other people, probably.
Yeah, I think it's that, and also, I mean, we have to. I mean, gay people in general have, you know, coming out is a hard thing, because you need to make the decision to be true to yourself and then express that to others, no matter what they're going to say or how they're going to react. So that's already something that kind of gives you a certain kind of backbone, I think, and a different experience than a lot of other people live. And then, you know, doing drag is a totally different thing again. And it's, again, something that you have to own. And it's something that you have to, you know, express to other people. And I mean, we both come from a time, me much more than you, when doing drag was not considered cool, you know? Mm-hmm. Like when I started doing drag, it was like, oh, you're one of those. It was not like, oh my God, RuPaul's Drag Race, you know? That was a different time. And I think living your truth that way is something that helps. Also be empathetic to other people and have an open heart.
Yeah, definitely. And again, this is what I love about you so much, because you are so wise and so well educated. I mean, I don't want to give anything away. We talked about it a little bit, but just to let the people know, there will be some things released where you specifically talk about subjects like this, and also culture and gay culture in general, because as I said, you're just so, anything you do it like 200%. You read stuff, you get educated, you just do it like, you know, like the
Thank
real.
you, my love.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, my love. Thank you so much for being here again.
It was my pleasure, babe.
Interruption. You look incredible.
So do you, bitch. I need all of this light around me. You have no idea. I could show you all this light around me. It's insane. I need all of this light to look like this. You're probably just sitting there with a fucking candle. I hate you.
I have huge windows, so the daylight is doing her best. You know?
Daylight. If I was in daylight, I would look, well, my age. Yeah, we don't want that.
You know, the other day we had our first group video chat. That was so lovely. Wasn't it? Wasn't that?
It was amazing. It was amazing. And again, it felt magical. Like I felt so disconnected during this Corona thing and just staying at home and not having anyone to talk to. And you know, I'm not the most social person. I don't need to be around people all the time. I enjoy solitude. I enjoy being by myself, but I felt isolated. And then having this video chat with my 3 sisters was amazing, because immediately there was energy again and I felt reconnected and I felt so much love. I was also drunk, but well,
you know.
No, it was amazing.
Yes, I think so too. Darling, again, thank you so much. Everybody, give it up for Barbie Breakout. The icon.
Thank you, baby. Breakout. Thank you for being in my life.
Oh, thank you for being in mine. Love you so much.
I love you, babe. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye, darling. Goodbye.
Love you. Bye-bye. How do I turn this on?
It's always the last sentence I say too. Oh, thank you.